Hey everyone, to enhance your understanding of this video, and maybe even before watching this video, we highly recommend you check out this website. The link is below, and there you can explore what the original WingMakers website looked like when it first appeared on the internet in the late 90s. And you can get a high-level overview of the ancient ACIO site that we'll be talking about in this video. We also recommend you go ahead and preview some of the artwork from each of the 23 chambers that are located within the ancient ACIO site that was left as part of the WingMakers time capsule. That way you can gain your own perspectives and interpretations. And without further ado, hey everyone, and welcome back to Shred the Veil. This is part 2 of our WingMakers series with the ACIO, here with Jessica and Peter the Insider. And we, in our last episode, we had been going through the WingMakers ancient ACIO site and looking at the 23 chambers and what each chamber contained and the paintings, the artwork that was discovered in each chamber. And Peter was discussing, the interpretation and the meanings of these paintings as we went through. And we got through the first 12 chambers in our last episode. So now we're going to kick it off right back into it with the 13th chamber. So let me just share my screen and we can just dive right into it. Let me see here. All right, this is chamber 13.
Okay. So this one, to me off the bat, it just seems a lot different, like a different type of color and everything, like being much different than the others.
Yeah, I will say what that is. The back, as you said, or background, if we want to call it that way, it's atmosphere. I mean, sorry, my bad. The down below, right? It is obvious. It is grass.
Yeah.
But up the grass, it's let's call it post-apocalyptic looks. I mean, appearance of atmosphere. Because atmosphere will look way much more different. Way much more different.
Okay.
And that's the being, the creature. Actually, I don't want to fool you. If we can see two hearts, one is much bigger and connect directly to the head. And if we can see smaller spot, it's smaller heart, right? So then there will be, also called Siam twins, right? There will be no single being like single, like normal. All of the being will, and we can see it has 5, not 4, but 5 flex. So it will be pretty much like something like apes. They've got tail, like do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, but pretty much it will be 5 legs plus 4 arms, just by the way, and we can see it, right? We can see it. So this is pretty much like the painting how post-apocalyptic atmosphere will look like, and post-apocalyptic let's call it mutation of mankind. Each person, I mean, pretty much it's not person, it will be like twin people, will look like that. Yeah. So Peter, it's pretty much like, even it doesn't just like that, because there is this phenomenon, and it is not that seldom, this phenomenon, that there is one child fully developed, and once it is it was born, and the child is simply weird, is different, you know, when you will grow up. I mean, sorry, my bad. This child will grow up to adult, but there is something weird. And this, and I'm saying, what is this? This phenomenon, it's second human being what was never fully developed. And this is it, that in that this post-apocalyptic case scenario, because the atmosphere was sorry, my bad, will be heavily polluted. This is just, by the way, a picture from different contexts of existence. So it will be common, it will be normal. For us, it's like, holy crap, no, I don't want to even think about that. Well, it is like that.
And so is this just one timeline? Is this like is this saying that this could be our future, or
yes, this is it. I mean, it's very bad to say bam and this will be future, so apodictic prophets, like apodictic, that means this kind of quotes in quotes fake prophecies, like you will go and you will see something like in crystal ball. No. Even our prophecies in ACIO, we are working, or let's say predicting future, not with one case scenario, but with plenty of possible futures. What they are like, okay, there was so something happened in the past. Now we are in some sort of quote unquote status quo. So it is something, it is how it is. And let's assume the ways, the scenarios, how it may well be. And that was it. Well, some sort of one, you know what I mean, way, or from many ways, how the future possibly can look like. Yeah, very negative one. I mean, negativistic one, but you know, pretty much it can be like that.
Right.
Why the heck not?
Okay.
Seems like it. Yeah. Seems like a warning, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. If we will go off track slash, you know, in bad path. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go to the next one.
Yeah. Chamber 14. Here we go. Okay.
And try to guess what it is. This is...
No idea.
I've got, and I will say you what it is. If you can see, or let's say go with the cursor to the right part, yep, and you can see two big eyes. Yep, exactly. Yeah. So this is something like a huge being, or let's say a huge creature, is observing smaller, how can I say, still, okay, that's kind of contradiction. A smaller part of the world or universe, that's the question, but still, it is that huge, the creature is that huge that there is actually a question. It is a creature? It is a part of the universe itself? Or what the heck it is? And now we've got a problem. Where in the world from which kind of point of view, which kind of perspective was this painting drawn? Easy cheesy, easy, answer to this question. It was made from wormhole. So from wormhole, even the largest, the most huge stuff will appear for you like, okay, this is part of that part of universe, this part of universe, and what the heck is this? And they looked like opposite. So it is black hole and white hole. And we know what is happening. Black hole, quotes in quotes, eats everything because it has crazy, powerful, highly powerful gravitation. And this is it. Because there, according to chaos theory, just by the way, once you've got enough level, my bad, a highly enough level of chaos, well, there started to be, or you can see pattern. And see, since certain pattern, it doesn't matter absolutely that it is not alive. It started to have some sort of basic conscious soul creature. That means, eyes, ears, organs or whatever. That's it. That's it.
Interesting.
No, I'm just saying how it is.
So this is the chaos that comes in after the apocalypse.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because and that's the question. Are those smaller parts, quotes in quotes, inner this huge mouth? Are we talking about galaxies? Are we talking about I don't know,
realities,
solar systems? Do you know what I mean? Star systems, my bad. So, and that's the stuff. Everything is matter of discussion because it is matter of point of view. How large scale we want to get, do you know what I mean, into our view, do you know what I mean? And that's the stuff.
Yeah, what kind of perspective do we want to have?
It is absolutely, my bad, there is zero chance to say, or not say, let's say determine exactly, yeah, this is this, that big or this big. No, you can't, because only those beings, my bad, ETs, they drawn it, they knew. But us, no chance, we don't know. We can only say for sure how it was. Or let's say approximately what it is. But we can't. You know what I mean? That's the problem.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just by the way, stop, please stop. Can you see this small object full of symbols on very bottom right?
Right here.
Yeah. Please, okay, please don't laugh, okay? Please. Do you know what it is? It is time machine.
Oh,
okay.
Time machine. It is time machine. And those small symbols or whatever, let's say, okay, if you have wristwatch on most modern wristwatches, you don't have such a stuff. But on or let's say inside, my bad, older pocket watches and very first models of wristwatches, there was a step, quotes in quotes, step. It is a part, mechanical part. What it was for? If your watches were way too going way too fast or too slow, you can adjust it with step. Right. And you can see clearly mechanism. That was so funny once we figured it out, that it is like, okay, and this kind of small structure, it is a step.
Yeah.
So even it was that precise that you can adjust time machine. I mean, the preciseness of time machine, it was, sorry, I'm laughing, but it was such crazy long time ago when they know exactly, I mean, my bad, they knew exactly what they were doing. And now we are not. We can't do it, you know? I mean, properly, my bad, sorry.
It almost looks like it's a half of a wristwatch. You know, you can almost see the band underneath it.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I am not kidding you guys. Hey, stop.
And the deliberate blur too is they don't want us to know exactly the beings that come through, maybe.
You got it. Another good point.
Yeah, and so then the ETs that have the time machine there, can you say who they are?
And that's the problem. That it is like so wide variety of ET species that we have no goddamn clue. So a whole bunch of them, even at that time.
Can I say something about the previous slide, the chamber 13? Taylor Swift just came out with a video called Lavender Haze. And immediately,
but there is no, give me a second, there is no in this.
There it is. So it is a very similar, the Taylor Swift one.
Yeah, let me see if I can get it really quick.
There she is. We know who is Taylor Swift. We know who is Taylor Swift. No, I don't.
Shaw House. So, yeah.
And she loves to choke people with her strum. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, so if you look at the face, it looks similar to her face almost, and then the purple around her.
Yeah, I don't want to say that, but once we are talking about.
But we've been talking about Shaw House and how she's who's ever in her body right now is part of Shaw House. We'll say it like that.
Wow. Yeah, the whole celebrity thing and who they are and how they're connected is interesting. I'm sure there's a lot more to the story.
Well, just the idea that we know that she's a part of this program that wants to see an apocalyptic event. And so, yeah, for her to be similar to that or look similar to that, it makes sense to me.
What a coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and try to guess what it is. I'm idiot. What this is. That's my question.
The 15, chamber 15.
No, yeah, but I mean, if you will have lucky guess.
It's like a portal to me, I guess.
Yeah, but it's fine. Portal in the center, but this, if we can see or call it as a river, it's not just a river. If you can see, it's steep cliff from left, steep cliff.
Right.
And this is how everybody and everything who did anything wrong is falling to deep damnation via abyss. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can clearly see the symbols look like they're upside down towards the end. Yeah.
They're falling.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, if you can see it, it's steep cliff, and it is down below to the abyss. Wow. And abyss, it's damnation, just by the way. I mean, in the end of the abyss, or let's say in the very top, my bad, in the bottom. And that's a question. What is in damnation? We don't know. And it is going pretty much damnation. It's going to this portal, what is in center of image or whatever. You know what I mean. So you can rotate it 180 degree, and it will be still pretty much fine. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, it still look like it's dropping down.
Yeah, exactly.
Like yeah.
Because it is pretty much same case. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like another portal, and it's like coming apart.
Yeah, exactly.
It. Yeah.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
So that was their escape, maybe, and they closed the escape is gone now.
Yeah, exactly. They cut off the escape route. Yep.
Okay. Huh.
That's it.
Number 16. This one's different.
Yeah, this one is very different. And it is the circle, almost circle, in the, not middle, it is in the like first one fourth in the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It is pretty much like they are calling it and that's the problem. I don't know how machine can do it, but pretty much it is, because they tested on me and it didn't work. They are calling it the mesmerizer. Not hypnotizing, mesmerizer. Don't ask me why, because if you can see it on this spiral on the very bottom right, can you see that, this spiral?
This one?
No, very bottom right. Yeah. This makes sense. This will make sense. It will mesmerize you, hypnotize you. But I saw those machines plenty of times, and it never worked at me. Never. Never.
Okay.
I mean, give me a second, please. If you can see, it's pretty, how can I say it, conventional system. Because if you can go bottom right, you've got 3 coils. Can you see that? 3 coils. Yeah. Then a triangle and whatever. So it's pretty much very common electronics. This triangle is pretty much another shaped transistor. This triangle, smaller triangle on the very top of the third coil, because this bigger triangle, it's another transistor, because that's the stuff, like we know how transistors look like. For example, I just want to give you a parallel, but it doesn't mean that it has same function, same use, but different shape. For example, now we know that TVs are flat. No, it's not true. 20 years back, TVs were very, very fat, or I don't know, like 35 and more years in the past, TV doesn't have so normal. I mean 90 degrees corners. They've got
right,
oddly shaped corners, and that was the stuff. And this is the same case, just by the way.
So what is the message, Peter, of why would they show this
because they want to
mesmerizer?
mesmerize people, and mesmerizers will be everywhere in this reality. I mean, at that reality. And number of this reality, if you can see, you are smart guys, is number 6. Can you see this huge 6?
Oh,
yeah.
That's
so
it.
there'll be like 6 primary mesmerizers. Is that what you're
and
saying?
They will be everywhere. Of course, not normal, but hidden. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if it's like pretty much
Media.
circenses. It's from ancient Rome. Panem, it means bread. So that means if you want people to, how can I say it, not to rebel on you, to stand up against you, you need to feed them. It's in circenses, that means games. So you need to entertain them somehow. And this is pretty much it.
Bread and circus, yeah.
Yes, something, yeah, exactly. And that they've got 6 basic, whatever they are, those rules and their reality. I will not fool you guys. I don't know them, but I knew them, to be honest. But I forgot them. But that's it. It was from different reality, just by the way. Okay, but the technology was very, very. I mean, for us, it is conventional, not a big deal. But for them, it was a big deal. But just by the way, we need to consider one thing. We are talking about Napoleon years, so early 1800s, and try to guess transistors, coils, and whatever. It is like how happy we will be if we will have something like that 200, more than 200 years ago. You know what I'm trying to say. Just by the way, I'm just saying, okay?
Right.
So do you mind if I say something?
Go ahead.
So are you saying, Peter, that the chambers have sort of each one represents a time period through our timeline?
Please, it is not a time period only. It doesn't depend only on that. It is like how can I say it? Here in our reality, our timeline, we've got. I mean, Napoleon takes place. Do you know what I mean? This time period.
Yeah.
But
this timeline, yeah.
Yes. But their reality, everything was different. Even the, how can I say that? Like the way how time is or was flowing. Yeah. Everything is different or was different.
Like Jules Verne as well. Same thing.
Sorry, what?
Jules Verne.
Yeah, something like yes. So we cannot. Do you know what I'm trying to say? We cannot make solid comparison. You know, because it will be unfair, and even like we will be like, what? This doesn't make any sense. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. So some of these might have happened before than others. Like, for instance, I think
exactly. Yeah,
we see it. We see it in this chamber for sure. Yeah.
Do you think are any of those mesmerizers from that reality in our reality right now that you have documented?
Hey, let's say, what do you think about it? Does it make any sense what they are? I can't remember the name. I mean the term. Social media. I mean, yeah, if you know how to, and that's the problem, use. So that means for good purpose, social media, it's great. But how many people actually can do it? And how many people actually will not become slaves of social media, right?
Right.
And just by the way, and I don't want to say, how can I say it correctly, like as many people are blaming that TikTok is Chinese whatever app. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like social media, and the data is coming to TikTok is dopamine. Because it is like 80 or even like 85% of videos are short. And the stuff is like in between 10 or 15 seconds to up to 1 minute. Because then they and I mean enlarge it. They make it longer, up to 3 minutes, and then approximately 1 year ago up to 10 minutes, but nobody's using it. And this is it. It is constant dopamine because you just open your account and you roll and roll and scroll until something what you like will not pop up. This is one on one hand, and on the other hand, if you are a creator, you can have 1, 2, or 3 videos, and you can become goddamn crazy popular, because certain amount of people just out of nowhere started to like your video. And since certain amounts of likes or followers or I don't know what, you even can start streaming on TikTok, just by the way, without any, limit of length of live stream and whatever. And this is the problem, because once people content creators need to draw attention with long enough period of time. So let's say 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hours. It's not that easy. It's very complicated. But with those short videos, and that's the problem, because once you know exactly what you want to see, you will be, it's YouTube or whatever, any kind of video platform. It's great, but with you will see and go for hundreds, not hundreds of videos, and you will definitely be there more for, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours, and there is 96 or 98% chance you will get dopamine hit. And this is the problem. Mesmerizer. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, people get addicted to that dopamine, and they just go down a rabbit hole. And
It's pretty much like sugar.
Yes,
it's poison. It's total shit. And instead of sugar, it's like, do we need sugar? No, of course not. You sound sweeter or sweet with honey. It's natural. What the heck? It's not a big problem. Or with stevia. Stevia, it's not. It's natural. It's diabetic free, so people suffering diabetes in type can use it instead of sugar. What the heck? So this is another problem. You will go to store. 97 or 9% of anything you eat contains even the smallest portion of sugar. You are addicted. It is like a drug. It is crazy. It is crazy. Huh? It is pretty much like people are, quotes in quotes, over sexualized. It's sex whatever. mostly women bodies, but even nice guys, young men. What the heck? It's the same crap. People are saying, nah, drugs. I mean, like quote unquote usual drugs. So it's like heroin, cocaine, whatever, fentanyl, or of course we know alcohol. No, this is the problem. That's what I saw, and that's the problem. What the heck, So
Yeah.
this is the problem, quote unquote, mesmerizer.
Things to distract us and take our attention away from what's really happening. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just saying how it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Because as I said, I am not saying, hey, people, stay away from social media. No. But once again, how many people know how to use it instead of becoming their slaves?
Yeah, so getting sucked into it. Exactly.
Yep. Okay. And those are my friends. Those are my friends.
Your friends.
Aboriginal, please.
Okay. Yeah.
Australian indigenous people.
That makes sense.
Aborigines.
Yeah. And so what's the meaning of that? So there's a definite connection to the Aborigines?
Yes, because Australia, I mean, so many people believe that life began, the life of mankind began in Africa, not true in Australia, So that's pretty much, it's so easy, so fast. But just by the way, okay, give me a second. Lungs, if you can see lungs, that means if you want to breathe clear, pure air, stay in connection with nature. Don't take what you don't need. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't, how can I say it? Like, don't kill animals, not only animals, like, of course, normal. Well, they are not, I don't know, they are not fishes or any sort of, sea fruits, if we want to call it that way, or birds. Only what you need, not more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And don't pollute vegetations. Do you know what I mean? Trees, whatever. And that's the stuff. Because if you do so, and that's head, can you see that? It is a cancer. It is cancer of what is this? Help me, jaw. Can you see it?
No.
This those how we can call it? It is blue color of jaw. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It is cancer because it is like you will suffer. Yeah. You will suffer. You will lose all teeth. Do you know what I mean? Because those teeth there in the very top of the bottom of the jaw, they are unnaturally. So that means you will lose everything. Okay. You know what I mean? Because pretty much the cancer is all over the place in the head. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Got it.
And if you can see in the very bottom, it looks like kind of pinkish, and in the very top, it looks more blue. That means blue means fine, not a big deal. It's fine. Atmosphere, everything is fine, but you don't want to have pink atmosphere, So that's it. It's a warning. I'm just saying.
Yeah, okay. Don't abuse the earth, or you will suffer the consequences through.
Yeah, Yeah. I mean, you can do everything you want, but as you said, you will get the consequences. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
What is that going through his head? That
through here?
No, it was the natural symbol of theirs.
Okay. And what about this?
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I almost tell that. I almost forgot to tell that. Yeah, it's natural symbol of there. The elder. I mean, the most respectable one are using are having all the time this. It's painful process, and to be perfectly honest, I don't want to get through it. But it's some sort of, let's say, symbol of knowledge and wisdom.
Okay.
And then there's little, like, I don't know if it looks like faces up in the top right corner.
Here.
Yeah, they are gods of not earth, but gods of air. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Yeah. Try to guess what it is, and I mean it for real. Okay.
You said it before. You said this was one of those UFOs, the TR-3B.
Yep, this is TR-3B. Oh my God! Of course not. We are people are calling it always TR-3B, but it's pretty much UFOs versus UAP, parallel, because we are using TR3H, so it's TR3H. This.
Oh, okay.
Not a big deal, nothing complicated.
Interesting. Okay. So basically saying we'll be visited by these at some point, like now.
No, we are using it in ACIO. It's not a big deal.
So they're man-made too.
Oh, no. Okay, it's 50-50, right 50-50. And wrong. Give me a second.
Well, yes. Okay.
They were made by ET race, and we somehow managed to
reverse engineer
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
I see. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I piloted that just whole bunch of times, and it's just kind of fun to do so.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's another story for us. Okay.
Oh yeah. That will be funny stuff. It's like, okay.
Okay. Yeah, let's keep that for next time.
Talk about funny stories to talk about. In front of campfire.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Oh, I'm just saying. I mean, we've got crazy, stories too. And what do you think it is? This is it. Because I will say what it is.
Yes, please. I couldn't get up. Yes.
This is this animal living in shell. I don't know the name to be.
Like a bird.
Huh? No. In shell.
Like a seashell? Like a seashell.
Yeah, but I don't know
a clam?
The name,
Like a clam, Peter?
Yeah, because people in France, they love it.
Okay. Nice.
No, I mean, I eat it just a few times. I mean, it wasn't.
It was like a snail, like escargot, like a snail.
Yeah, I don't like that. It was so bad.
I see. Yeah. So like the snail, yeah.
Yeah, because they are not from Earth, just by the way. But I mean, apparently, you know it. They are from. Give me a second, not Alpha, Proxima Centauri. Galaxies.
Okay. Yeah, I think people will be interested to know that most of life from Earth is from all sorts of places, all over the place.
Of course, you are right. I mean, give me a second. Most people, they are interested in, let's say, alternative media or alternative information sources. Let's say at least 80, maybe 90, 95% of them they know, or at least they got idea that most life, whatever we are talking about, fauna, flora, So, I mean, plants, animals, they are not here, or they were not developed here. Like, you know what I mean? I think most of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That makes sense. So the purpose of this is just to, is this the reason why they wanted to show this one? Do you know
what? Do you know what? Actually, this is discutable because I mean, give me a second. In this picture, there is not one. There are two of them. And if you can see this yellow object, smaller one, is the first one. And the bigger one, this kind of pink, whatever-ish, it is the larger one and its second one. And they are some sort of twins, if we want to call it that way. I don't know why. But what we know about this ET species, and please don't laugh, okay? Please. They are very intelligent and always here and ready to help. Please, okay, don't laugh, okay?
In what way did they help, Peter?
Way of recycle and making how can I say it correctly? Way of creating sustainable world, or I don't know how can I call it properly, because they've got sustainable, living on their planet. But their little they language is just a little bit complicated.
Yeah.
I mean, not their languages, language, but the stuff is like, some sort of like in certain period of time, we were using Latin as universal language of speaking. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Then, I don't know, during colonialism, I don't know, people start to use Spanish, in another part of the world, French. Do you know what I mean? And now people are using English. So that's kind of, universal language is absolutely crazy, complicated, and way of thinking. It's like, holy crap. It's like they said something like 30 word, my bad, sentence with 30 words. And like 22 or 23 of them, it's like, what? I don't understand you. It's crazy way to communicate with them.
I see. Yeah, interesting.
Years ago, I'm thinking about what you're saying, and years ago I met this guy that was former military, and he absolutely loved planes, and he loved researching, and I knew there was something else going on with him. And he invited, my son was really young at the time, invited us over to his place, and he wanted to show us his backyard. And I'm looking at his backyard. I was ready to step on the grass, and he says, don't do it. He goes, you'll kill them. And I said, what is that? I said, there was snails throughout the entire yard, everywhere.
Snails?
Snails.
What do you mean by
snails? Like this, what you're talking about right here. These.
Yeah, okay, I gotcha.
He had them all over his yard. Like, I can't even tell you, it had to have been thousands of them.
Give me a second. All over?
All over. It was crazy. Like, you couldn't walk he said, you're not allowed, no one's allowed to walk in his backyard. I felt like he was communicating to them. Like, it was.
You know what? That actually makes sense.
Yeah. It was the weirdest thing.
Don't laugh. It makes sense.
Yeah, he was definitely very eccentric, and like I said, he had pictures and pictures of planes, all different types of aviation knowledge. Just like he could go on and on for probably 10 hours. Yeah.
Okay, so we can move to next one. Okay.
So this
and
one.
This is pure damnation. This is literally hell. This is the only way only one sentence what I can say. Can you see that? Give me a second. Okay, please. Can you see? How can I say it? They are either tentacles or they are hands. Can you see? Like one is this huge one in top right. Can you see that?
Yeah, use your cursor there.
Yes, this. And second one we almost can't see.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And those at the very, very far top right, those are the beings. Damned beings. And they are going to damnation or damnation. And that's pretty much it.
Damnation represented as the red part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be like the lake of fire or?
Yes. And this entity or being, this huge one, we simply pretty much can't see the bottom part.
The top, yeah.
And that's the problem. What is
it?
Yes, how can I say it? It is pretty much, we are calling it judge or judgeness. And that's or justice. And who has the right to say this is right and this is wrong? Or this is wrong? Well, according to this picture, some entity or entities can do.
Okay.
That's pretty much it what I can see about it. Say about that. We can move to next one.
Let's move to next one.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's straightforward.
That's fine. That is, yeah. And just by the way, once again, twins, as it was that in those, I don't know, 13 or 12 or not 13 or 14, and those I mean you can see tremendous amounts of signs. So this is ongoing war, pretty much like the ciphers in ongoing war. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Interesting.
And they were using stripes, so pretty much like something in, let's say, what? During Cold War, like Cold War computers, do you know what I mean? They were making those kind of programming, you know what I mean? So that's it pretty much. Easy. This is easy.
Okay.
That's it.
Peter, what's that object? It's on the middle left. It looks almost like a doorway.
A cross too.
It's almost like a cross as well.
Yeah, this is my bad. Those, and this is it. Not this is. Those are doors to the heaven, because plenty of them. And that's the question. Who has a right to say this is good, this is bad? That's a question.
So those are beings that are getting ushered into the doors of heaven.
Yes.
There's a small group, whereas there's a longer group that are getting captured.
Those are two entities, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so weird.
And there's an eye at the bottom.
Yeah, because eye of the bottom is just simply observing. If
who goes
the ones they are meant to go to the Eden. Actually doesn't belong either to purgatory or to the hell. So they are not calling it hell. Eternal damnation. That's the term they are using, just by the way.
To the lower right, is that another time machine?
Yeah, just by the way. And this is post-apocalyptic image of the world. This is pretty much like metro reality case scenario. Deep underground tunnels, if you can see them.
Okay.
This is huge. It is pretty much, it started in the very, what it is? Very right top part, and they are beings, plenty of beings. Can you see that? Yep. And it is going, and it is going to the far left top and going to the bottom. That means underground tunnels.
Okay.
Yeah. And there is this observer. Can you see observer?
The one on the right.
Observer. Exactly. You got it. You got him. And that's the reason. Observer is very special entity who always takes place once something big occurred on any planet or star system or whatever. And he was pictured there. We don't know why. I mean, we know that what happened, but how it occurred, actually, we don't know. No, we don't really don't know.
Okay.
So we can move to last one, and that will be it for our show today, I think.
So 2 people, I don't know what exactly.
It's very easy because one is upset, and the first one is upset, and second one is begging for life. We don't know why this happened. The reason for situation, we don't know it. We don't know it.
Okay.
They're sitting on what looks like that checkerboard that's usually assigned to Masonic activity.
Just by the way, it is not like that, Jessica. Let me correct you. It is pretty much they got it. Like, do you know what I mean? Masonic activity, they got it like from this drawing, okay? That's big difference.
Oh, that's interesting. And
no,
so behind them,
I am not kidding you.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And then behind them is like an image of chaos, right? Sort of the pictures.
Exactly, you get it. Image of pure chaos, but it's that's chaotic. Just by the way, what is crazy, that you can see small signs of patterns. What is usual at that time.
It just seems interesting that it ends here, in a place where you don't know what the outcome of these two are, but you know that they're unhappy. Or is this meaning
they are,
like
we are using term uneasy.
It almost could be like is it a repent or like a a life review kind of thing? Or I mean, if you according to the series,
you are right.
Realizing what they had done at this point, and it stops there.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so we are okay right here, right now. I was like, we should meet earlier, but what the heck, I'm just
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Peter,
Yes.
can I just ask you one other question? Is this the elite? Do they represent the elite or those that were making the decisions?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
No, it's fine. You nailed it.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, so that's it for today, just by the way. Okay, so that's it, guys.
Okay.
I'm happy.
Yeah, thank you so much. We really appreciate you going through all this material with us and taking the time to do that. So thank you.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
So till next time. Hold tight, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks again. Okay. Bye.
Bye, Peter.
Bye, Peter.
Sounds good, guys. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Take care.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.